It is Cody Durden who is joining us direct from Horiguchi Hall at American Top Team, set to face Charles Johnson on April 29th. So, Cody, the date's getting closer. I guess let us know how you're feeling ahead of this one.
Oh, I'm feeling stoked. I'm ready to go. We got 2 weeks and been down here training at American Top Team, Coconut Creek. Been staying in the dorm rooms for 5 weeks, and I'm ready.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, obviously the facility at American Top Team, I mean, the gym is incredible, but I mean, even the dorms are pretty nice, but they're still dorms. I mean, what is that like? Is it's kind of a weird feeling going there and being separated, or do you feel like it helps you get your mind right? What's the process like of being in those dorms?
Oh, it's great. Walk downstairs and you're at practice. You're at the gym. No driving. We got a full kitchen, dorm rooms, and I stay here with a bunch of successful fighters. So I enjoy it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. That's the gym right there. Got the kitchen,
Nice.
Horiguchi Hall right there. So
I love
it's
it.
pretty.
As many times as I've been in that gym, I've never actually been to the dorm. So that was my first look to get a look around. So I appreciate the little virtual tour.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I dig it. I mean, do you have to humble yourself a little bit? I mean, I know you're not a, multimillionaire champion yet, but is it a little bit humbling to have to go get away from your home and your surroundings and go into this, hall basically?
Yeah, I know, but without great sacrifice, a lot of things can't be obtained. And I'm going for that 3 fight win streak, and I'm trying to get a number by my name and climb the rankings. And it's what I have to do, and I feel like I made the right decision.
Very cool. Well, it's great of Dan Lambert and the whole American Top Team community to have that. So, all right, let's talk about last time out. You faced the heavily hyped Carlos Mota. A lot of people were talking about, this guy's the next big thing as the prospect. You end up getting a hard-fought win. Talk to me about that victory and kind of what it represented for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough fight. I took the fight on 6-day notice, just like he did as well. My other opponent pulled out the Friday before the weigh-ins. So going into that fight, I wasn't prepared for the type of fighter he was, but I believe in myself, and at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. So I fight. I don't turn down UFC fights. I show up. I make weight, and it's what I love to do, and I really enjoy it. Going back to that fight, though, I felt like I could have done more on top, but he's a well-trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He kept rolling for leg locks, and I felt like he wasn't making any initiative to get up. The fight could be won that way, or it could be won standing on the feet, where one of us could get knocked out. I took the smarter approach, and it paid off for me. And looking back, I told my coach after the fight, I said, man, he just didn't break. Like, he maintained his strength. He was so strong. And, he failed 2 drug tests. He failed the night, the day that we fought, and he failed 3 weeks later. So, maybe he took it accidentally, or maybe he knew what he was putting in his body. But, you can't be doing PEDs in this sport.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Like, we don't know the circumstances yet, right? I mean, it could be a tainted supplement. We don't know that. But what we do know is he did test positive, and he's going to have to suffer the repercussions of it. But I just wonder, you as an athlete, when you read afterwards that somebody did test positive or something, like, what are the emotions that you feel? Is it anger? I don't know. I just can't imagine being in that position. You're like, hey, I got in a cage, and I found out that guy wasn't necessarily playing on the level.
Well, I mean, it could have went, 2 different ways. It could have went, I could have lost, and he failed his drug test. It turned into a no contest. And of course I would be pissed, but it went my way. I won the fight, and he still, failed for PEDs, and it's a well-known Russian PED. All you got to do is Google it. And, I don't know. I don't know if he knew what he was taking, or if he didn't know what he was taking, but either way, it was in his body. He didn't put it down when he took the drug test. We're supposed to know what we put in our body. He said he was prescribed it for COVID, and man, I've had COVID 3 times. I've never failed out of my 25 drug tests that I've had, I've never failed it for anything. So who knows, man? But best wishes to him, and his future endeavors.
I respect that. The win itself, how important was that, right? Because I know, you've got your goals set high and you're looking to work out the rankings, but you just had a couple setbacks and weird results. And, so to get, back-to-back victories, I guess, just how important was that for you to, I guess, get that confidence and know that, hey, I'm on the right path?
Yeah, it was everything to me. I put my heart and soul into this. I sacrifice a lot, take time away from my family, miss my kids' soccer games and my kids' baseball games and such. And just to sacrifice for my job. This is what I love to do, and I'm really, really, this camp's going incredibly well. I'm training with Pantoja, Kyoji, Zoglis, Adriano Morez, and I feel like it's all coming together for me.
Incredible. I hate to maybe bring up the sore feelings, but I guess missing the kids, that's got to be the toughest, right? I know when I travel, I'm gone for a week at a time, and I'm missing. Unfortunately, I'm not at the soccer practice or not taking the jiu-jitsu. I mean, is that the hardest part maybe of being away from home?
Yeah, it does. It sucks, man, because at first, I'm a father, a husband, and but at the same time, I got to provide. I got to put food on the plate, and they're relying on me uh, to for their success in life, and so that we're not broke, and we have the nice things that we have. So you know how it is. You lose two, you're out. You lose three, you're out. So I'm just trying to climb the ladder and get to that next contract and get to that number next to my name. And, I'm willing to sacrifice it all right now.
Oh, respect to that, man. All right. Well, Charles Johnson's man that'll be on the other side of the cage in your upcoming matchup. I guess break him down. I mean, he's somebody that likes to watch a lot of film, likes to study your opponent. Do you leave the coaches do that? Obviously, you got a pretty good coaching staff to scout people, but what are your thoughts on Charles?
Man, I watch a lot of film, and I feel like he's had a lot of fights in the last 5 months or 9 months or whatever it is. But you got to take time off to develop, and I don't think he's developing like he should. And you can see the development throughout my UFC career. Um, yeah, man, it's going to be an exciting fight. He's durable. I know he's a great striker. He thinks I'm coming in there to wrestle, but I'm coming in there for violence. I'm coming in there for that next contract. I'm coming in there for that $50,000 bonus, and it's not going to be aggressive violence. It's going to be precise, a sniper from 1 mile away, that kind of violence.
I love it, man. That gets you excited right there. And I guess, you talked about it. You want to climb the rankings. I mean, do you feel like a win here and it's time to get a ranked opponent next? Do you feel like you gotta call people out? I know you don't mind stirring the pot a little bit. So how do you get that done?
Hey, you've got to admit, I've chilled out. I've got a little bit of that humble pie, but yeah, man, the same guy's still in me. It's just a little more calculated now. You got to see the results in the training room and really believe in yourself and get out there and get the job done. That's first priority. And then, the call outs come and then the number next to your name comes. But, I'll fight anybody, man. Anybody.
That's awesome. I know the timing doesn't line up exactly right, but you mentioned like training alongside Pantoja, who we now officially know is fighting for the title. Granted, he's in a different part of his training camp right now, but I mean, what is that like for you being on the mats with somebody in your weight class, that's about to fight for a UFC title?
Oh, it's great, man. I mean, we did 5 rounds today. He gave me a nice little shiner. And yeah,
Pantoja
dude,
gave you that one?
yeah, he gave me a nice little shiner. So, dude, it's awesome, man. Getting down here, training with the best guys. Every single round is you got to have that dog in you. You gotta tell that little guy in the back of your mind that telling you, okay, quit. You got to shut him out, and that's what I've been doing, man. Just grinding every single day. And man, Pantoja's the man. I learn a lot from him.
I love it, man. You think I imagine you're going to be leaning in his direction when that title fight comes. I mean, obviously he's facing a great champion in Brandon Moreno, but they've got some history together, right? So Pantoja gets it done again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it in my mind. He's beat him twice. And, he's not underestimating him. I talked to him about it, and, he's going to be the champion. I really think that.
I love it. That history makes this fight so exciting. So I cannot wait for that one. But first, of course, it's you and Charles Johnson, April 29th. I guess talk to me about the goal here. I mean, you talked about coming and bringing violence. I mean, is this, I need to make a statement kind of win here? You're looking for that new deal. You're looking for that bonus. You feel like you got to go out there and do something special?
Yeah, exactly, man. I got to go out there and be calculated and just really be present in the moment, and get the finish. I want to be the first guy to finish Charles Johnson. And a lot of people, they go to work and they live this believable life, and they do things that are believable. And my whole life I've been wanting to do things that are unbelievable, and to go out there and finish Charles Johnson, uh, according to the odds or whatnot, it'd be unbelievable. And I think I can do it.
Phenomenal. Well said, Cody. I appreciate the time, Cody. Best of luck in the rest of your preparation. Safe travels, and we'll see you here in Las Vegas on April 29th.
Thank you, John Morgan. And always remember, you are the man. I love your interviews and love watching you, bro. Keep it up.
Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. We'll see you soon.
See you, bud.